as a global cultural treasure, acknowledging its contribution to the discussion of pressing social issues, injustice, resistance, and love. In the late 1970s and throughout the 1980s, those things were also addressed through reggae in New Zealand. This song by local reggae group Herbs came to represent New Zealand's stance against nuclear weapons in the Pacific. Reggae icon Tingy Loudness used music to peacefully protest disputes like land issues, language, and the 1981 Springbok tour. He's even held onto his ticket to Bob Marley's concert at Western Springs in Auckland way back in 1979.
Just like what Bob had said, reggae music is a poor people music. And it'll grow and keep growing until it reaches the right people. The right people he was talking about was the oppressed.
Decades on, and reggae still holds a special place in this country's music culture. I gotta get away from Popular reggae bands like Catch a Fire continue to draw big crowds. Lead singer Logan Bell telling News Hub today the genre stands for the same values, love and understanding. Tingy Loudness, also the father of Kiwi artist Shaq Fu, is still performing today with many of the same issues at the heart of his music.
My feeling about land issues and the language, it really was a struggle, still is, but the music has helped to temper it.
Reggae, the cultural colonisation that spread its roots all the way from Jamaica to New Zealand. Jackie Brown, News Hub.
Okay, hold on, son.
No, Dad.
Yeah, I'll just come back and sit
No,
down.
Dad, just giving you a warning.
Yeah.
Never clean up my little spot.
Okay.
Dad, can
Yeah.
you make me a hot chocolate?
Yes,
Dad,
just,
I'm going back to my spot.
okay. That was just, Global Witness, Truth. It's just puts it together with
Force
this.
professionals, they couldn't walk into such a situation. There was also a request that our spokesman go up and talk to them just outside the park. And because of the basic mistrust and distrust on both sides, they didn't want to come to the encampment, and the organizers didn't want to go up to where the police were either. So it basically was, I would say, was a Mexican standoff, but it really was a Navajo standoff. And it made it impossible for a deal to be brokered, and it's so sad, and it takes me back to the Tower of Babel. Language is confused, and again, I'll say this, and I'll take advantage to promote one of my old videos on the Tower of Babel. The Tower of Babel was not a rebellious mankind trying to attack a righteous God. It was a rebellious God trying to keep a righteous people down. And I'm convinced that Monument Valley wasn't a bunch of unrighteous people trying to rebel against the government. And I'm convinced it wasn't an oppressive government trying to rebel against people either. It was a basic misunderstanding and distrust and lack of compromise on arguably both sides prevented a workable solution from being brokered. And as a result, here we are. And as I was leaving the park, ladies and gentlemen, as I was leaving the park, we saw filing out of a tribal bus, a SWAT team, fully equipped, riot gear SWAT team. And we can say, oh, that's abuse of power, oh, that's terrible. But if you're a law enforcement officer and you're going to go into a place where you don't know how well they're armed, you could say that that is justifiable force. And I can't, as an objective human, say that it wasn't. And I can't speak for Derek as not wanting to go up to the police shack up there outside the gate I can't make decisions for him. I can't say what he was thinking. I've not been where he's been. And I'm not casting any judgments, any aspersions, or questioning judgments or character, certainly. Derek has been nothing but a gentleman to me. He's been nothing but helpful to me. He's been nothing but kind to me. He's been nothing but a true friend to me over the months that we have known each other, and he has stuck by me when other people have not stuck by me. I've done it differently, doesn't matter. I wasn't at the place to do anything. But I know that Derek stuck by what he thought were his very firmly and deep-rooted convictions based on experience of his life and the places he's been, the things he's done, the things he's seen. And I can't sit here and say he's wrong. And based on what I know about the real world and based on what I know about the little I know about law enforcement, I can't say the law enforcement was wrong. But what I can say was wrong was it was a basic, what was it, Cool Hand Luke? What we have here is a failure to communicate. And we had a basic failure to communicate. We had fear and distrust. And at the end of the day, it caused many people that came many miles and endured many hardships to miss out on a beautiful, powerful time of blessing, a beautiful, powerful time of learning. And it cost at least one Native family thousands of dollars. We were able to get food stuff and some feed and some things with the family that was to be the host family. But I think I was sitting and talking with Dorothy, and she talked about, I don't know why we just can't come together because we'd love to learn from you and Derek. And I stopped her. I said, Dorothy, with all due respect, I don't think Derek and I have anything to teach you, but I think your people have much to teach us. And she spontaneously, instantly had tears streaming down her face. That's what should have happened at Witness in the Desert. That's what it should have been all about. That basic human kindness, decency, and mutual respect, exchange of ancient, beautiful ideas, an exchange of powerful truths, and never forget that we're dealing with hundreds of years of horrific actions on the part of white people, Caucasian people, slaughtering Native peoples by the millions. And you can't wave that away with a wave of your hand. You can't make that go away with some trite sayings. These are the things at the base of all this. What happened at Witness in the Desert runs deep, ladies and gentlemen. And what happened at Witness in the Desert runs deep within all of our hearts and our minds and our spirits. The inability to communicate that was stolen from us by Yahweh, Jehovah, Marduk, the little rat bastard, yes, the Christian whistleblower's back, that basic ability to communicate, to know the thoughts and intents of the hearts. I'm telling you, before the Tower of Babel, we communicated telepathically. We would have known the hearts and minds of the law enforcement officials. The law enforcement officials would have known the hearts and minds of those of us that were gathered there in the desert with nothing but peace and harmony and desire to learn. And all of this could have been over in an instant. And we could still be there, enjoying, fellowshipping, learning, exchanging. I don't blame Derek Bros. I don't blame the elders of the Navajo Nation. I don't blame the Navajo police force. I put the blame where it lies, with Yahweh, with Jehovah, with Marduk, with the Lord, with the little rat bastard. This is his fault. This is what he thrives on. And if we allow ourselves to move into hate vibration, if we allow ourselves to move into blame vibration, if we allow ourselves to pin the tail on the person that we want to blame, we're doing nothing but feeding archons. It's time to love. It's time to call favor upon the Navajo Nation. It's time to call favor upon the tribal police force there in Monument Valley of the Navajo Nation. It's time to call favor upon Derek Bros. It's time to call favor upon all those that were involved in the witness of the desert. And I ask you to join me right now in doing that in inverse order. We call favor right now
Oh no.
upon all those brave and hardy, beautiful souls that gathered for a witness in the desert. And we call favor upon them for safe travels and continued fellowship as they get where they're going. We call favor upon, excuse me, out here in snowy Flagstaff, Arizona. We call favor upon Derek Bros right now. We call favor upon the Navajo Nation Police Force that was responsible there in Monument Valley. We call favor upon the entire Navajo Nation. And we call favor upon the monuments themselves, the land itself. For ladies and gentlemen, we have to know that the land itself is crying out as well. A land that's seen far too much bloodshed. It could have used a little more peace. A land that's seen far too much death. It could have experienced some
The truth is out.
And we call favor upon those that slaughtered and
I've
those
had
that
a video up.
slaughtered.
Abel and Cain.
And we call favor
I've been
upon
trying to say
all
these
of
things.
us
Jeff said
that
it.
still walk
The truth is out.
this sacred earth. And let me remind
Love
you, ladies
you
and
all.
gentlemen,
The-
maybe you're not in snowy Flagstaff. Maybe you're not in Monument
These are the
Valley,
things
but
I've been
wherever
trying to
you
tell
are, ladies
people.
and gentlemen, you can put off the shoes from
Jeff
your
told
feet
you who he
because
is.
where you're standing
Okay?
is holy
Love you all.
ground.
Be
You're
strong.
standing on Mother Earth.
Together, united,
You're
we'll
standing
stand.
on holy, sacred territory.
It's
And we can
real.
learn from this.
More than you
We
imagine.
can rise above this.
I've been saying in a way,
if you're
they've been
looking
stopping me.
For
That
the
word,
blame game,
that-
you won't find it
that
here.
one he called.
And if you're looking to lay blame and reprimand me for not taking a side and for not being a person assigning blame, save me the time and deleting your emails. And those of you that are ardent followers of Derek's and of Global Witness, of myself, of League Project, you hear all the time.